This is David Kirkpatrick reporting from Tripoli for the New York Times. This is the first day of the Western Air Campaign designed to establish a no-fly zone over Libya so that Colonel Muammar Gaddafi can't use his air force to strike at the rebels in the east and protesters who've taken over cities in the west in their effort to end his 41 years in power here. And today we woke up trying to ascertain the damage from the airstrikes that began last night. It's been a little bit of a puzzle to try to figure out how much damage was really done. State television has reported a significant number of civilian casualties. Some have said 28, others have said 48, but they have not shown any scenes of civilian damage. We're here, we foreign journalists, as guests of the Libyan government. We've asked to be taken to have a chance to see some of the damage, and they have not shown us any damage. They did say that they would take us to a funeral of civilians killed last night. They took us to the funeral, but that again was a little bit of a puzzle. We were unable to find any immediate relatives of the people being buried. There were 3 graves being filled. There were hundreds and hundreds of people cheering and waving green bandanas. In fact, our bus had to wait for 25 minutes while a procession of Gaddafi supporters with green flags and bandanas pulled up to the graveyard ahead of us so that crowd could be in place. And as we milled around among the crowd, we weren't able to find any immediate relatives of the deceased. The people who were talking to us about who the deceased were and how they died were uncles, cousins, or said they were, and their stories didn't always match up. It's possible that a number of civilians were killed. Certainly when there are airstrikes of this magnitude, that's, if anything, likely. And it's also true that there was certainly a lot of anti-Western and pro-Gaddafi emotion present at this graveyard. We weren't really able to verify a single civilian death. I should say also, an Indonesian television crew that's reporting here was able last night to get out to 2 hospitals in the city, and they said that they saw no casualties, empty beds, and empty ambulances. So the mystery of what damage was done continues here. Today, Allied planes are flying over Libya, surveying the extent of the damage from last night. We're waiting to see whether there'll be another round of attacks tonight. And then the next question is whether or not the rebels from their stronghold in the east of the country attempt to capitalize on this, whether they try to retake territory, and what the response from the Gaddafi government is to that.